guys, welcome to Flix and Comix Live. Let me know if you can hear me all right. I've been doing some whatnot live streams lately, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it. So I thought I would jump on. And I haven't done a live in a while. I think like a week or two, something like that. Probably 2 weeks. But yeah, so we have Las Cruces in the chat. What's up? And Two Gun, how's it going? Hey, just a little podcast. What's up? How's your guys' weekend so far? I feel like mine has been pretty productive. Like I said, I've been trying whatnot and not just buying, but selling this time. Like, because for a while I was just buying and just to check it out, kind of figure out how it all worked and stuff, because I had heard all about it. And to be honest, in the beginning, like when I first heard of whatnot, I I was pretty like skeptical, not skeptical, but like reluctant. I don't know what to call it. I just wasn't very trusting of it for some reason. But as I kind of jumped around like streams and stuff and saw how it worked and saw that there were like small like niche communities too, not just like the bigger influencers or whatever. Because I know that's the big like criticism, I guess, of whatnot, from like smaller channels or smaller YouTubers, is that like influencers just bring their crowd or whatever, and then they just kind of take advantage of the whole auction type of thing where they start bidding things up or whatever. But I honestly, I have met a lot of cool people on there. And it's just like YouTube, where it's like, yeah, there's like the bigger streamers, but then there's also like the smaller, more niche groups. And that's where like I feel like I fit in and I gravitate to those smaller communities. And it's I don't know, I've enjoyed it surprisingly. I honestly wasn't expecting too much, but I've gotten a kick out of it so far. Um, but yeah, I'll go into it a little more. I just was eager to talk to you guys about it. But how are you guys doing? Um, I haven't been doing too much content lately because I feel like, well, you guys know I've been mostly focusing on movies more so than comics because my comic stuff is on hold right now. I feel like so movies have been it's more easy access to me right now. So I had been focusing on that like all year, all last year until this year. But this year, I feel like movie releases aren't that great so far, and we kind of anticipated that, right? Like seeing what was going to be coming out on my on the real shows and stuff, it didn't seem very promising. So like I said, we've kind of been taking a little break, and I've been selling stuff. So yeah. Hey Joey, happy Sunday indeed. Um, so yeah, okay. So where should we begin? So yeah, I bought a couple cool things. I'll show you guys. I have a situation right now where I just need to get rid of the overflow from the storage situation. I'm not going to go over all that right now because I feel like I've done so several times. If you're new to the channel and you don't know what I'm talking about, just go back a couple episodes and you'll see it's, yeah. I think it was on a Grip of Comics show that I did where I go into a full explanation of what happened at my storage unit. But anyways, so I have an overflow here and I just need to get rid of it because I need more space here. And so I've been kind of using all my platforms except for like IG. I haven't really tried selling on there. If you guys sell on there, let me know how it goes for you. I kind of keep that separate. If I were to sell on there, I'd probably just make another page for it. But I know that kind of defeats the purpose because you want to cater to your following, and it'd just be like rebuilding another group of people, another um, set of eyes, I guess, on your stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, let me know. I've purchased on there from several different collectors I know, and it's always gone really well. So definitely strong review from me for Instagram sellers that I've bought from. I don't think I've ever had like a bad experience selling on there. Um, but when we're talking eBay, I feel like by far that's been like my most successful. And it's kind of not it's not really a surprise, right? Because there are just so many more eyes on your things. So and yeah, we like to joke and call it Phoebe all the time because it's true. But it's like you get what you pay for kind of thing. So yeah, yeah, you pay a little bit more of a fee, but I mean, my stuff sells a lot quicker on there, I feel like. Unless you have the right crowd or a bigger following, right? So it all makes sense. And I have been established on eBay for quite a while, so there's that too. And I've just been starting up selling on here and selling on whatnot. So there's the difference there. Um, I've done like 2 auctions here on my channel. The first one went really well. I had a couple people on here with me, and then I did my first solo auction not that long ago. But it's also like I want to say I did way better, in the first auction back in 2021. But it's like the economy is way different now. So I feel like it'd be unfair, to kind of compare the two. So I don't really like to do that. But it still went fun. I mean, I haven't really talked to you guys about it since, right? I think that was the last live I did. Um, but it went yeah, I had a ton of fun. It was cool. I was really just chilling because a lot of times those auctions get me stressed out. So like that one was nice because I felt like even though it was a lot of work, I don't know, there wasn't a ton of action, so I was just kinda chilling. And then I sold enough to the point where I was cool I was, like, happy with it. So, yeah, thank you to everybody who stopped by and, like, showed some support. I appreciate you guys. Let me get my energy drink because 'cause I'm in need, dire need. But let me hold on, let me get to the chat real quick. Seeing Wicked looks good with Ariana Grande, not till Thanksgiving though. Yeah, I wanna check that out for sure. I love the musical, the actual, like, Broadway musical. That one's really, really good. I hated the book, don't get me started, but that book is overrated. Can I just say that? Can I just say that? But I'm excited for the movie. Alright, let me get my drink real quick. I also have a little bit of a headache, so I'm about to pop pills in front of you guys. You guys don't care, right? Don't worry, it's just naproxen sodium, aka Aleve. See, harmless, Kirkland brand, generic. I probably shouldn't even drink this with an energy drink, but it's probably a caffeine headache. Now that I think about it. Oh my god, that's funny. All right, hold up. So I do it the opposite way. I can't stick them in first and then drink. I don't know why they like just get stuck back there and then I start choking. So I have to do drink first, then pop it. We're good. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Two Gun says your last auction went well for me. Yeah, it did. I'm so glad you got those. Two Gun got some great horror flicks for the low low. Yeah, super happy because that definitely helped with the space situation. I'll tell you that. So yeah, thanks for grabbing those. And yeah, I've been selling some VHS on whatnot. Um, It's been going slow so far, but what I wanna do is use this time to kind of build an audience on there. That's why I've been using just, like, the VHS first, but eventually I'll start selling comics there too once I go grab those from my storage unit. So that's the strategy right now is I'm using VHS pretty much as fodder over there so that or whoever needs commons cuz I don't really have anything like super crazy collectible wise. If I do it's like probably in my collection and not for sale, but yeah, I'm just trying to, kind of get to know people over there and build a little community. But yeah, and I'll probably do some more auctions here too. I'm also I did start selling figures. That went pretty well too. But yeah, see here's some examples of what I've been showing over there. Hush, which I'm actually still reading. I have a couple issues left to go, but so far so good with that. It's been taking me forever because I've been so busy. This one too. Uh, Bat Zorro. This one the bubble is yellowing, but it's still cool. And then this. See, these are all things that I feel like I could let go and will definitely help me out with space. you know, that's the main thing. I was saying that on my whatnot show is like it's really not about money. I'm like definitely letting these go for cheap. Um, because for me right now it's more about space than anything. Than anything. So selling cute little ones like that. I love these. I hate to see them go, but again, space. These just take up space. Super cool Black Adam. I'm just going to show you guys. Sweet Catwoman. And then this one was cool because it has the poster in there of the Golden Age issue right here. So yeah, sweet stuff. So yeah, that's kind of like what type of stuff I'm selling on whatnot for now and VHS. But I'll show you guys my buys in a sec. Do. You got VHS for sale? I've been buying a ton lately. Yeah, dude, I have a bunch. Go check me out on Whatnot. Not to plug myself, but yeah, I'll probably post the link later. I didn't post it right now, but yeah, I don't have anything listed until like usually like the day before I do the show because I've done like two already, and I make them go live when my live show starts, and then people can pre-bid on them, and then I just go through them. So, yeah, go check that out over there, or you can just wait until I do another auction on here. But yeah. I really don't like doing the whole, like, back alley deals. Is that what they call it? Because it's just a lot to, inventory and stuff, so if I'm doing that, it kinda screws me up. Because I have things listed in certain places and like stuff. So just to let y'all know. And I really do try to like price things to sell. So yeah, so far. But again, I usually don't have like anything crazy, crazy valuable for sale. It's just like, like what I showed you. It's cool because you can't really buy that stuff now. Like you can't go to your freaking like Walmart and get DC Direct or DC Universe anymore. I think right now it's the McFarlane multiverse stuff. So yeah. Or this one too. This one's DC Direct. So yeah, these waves are all like older. Well, they're technically not vintage, but you know what I mean. They're still modern, but just harder to track down lately, unless you go on eBay. And yeah, I always try to price my stuff under eBay for sure. At least by a few dollars or half if I'm selling on Whatnot or on my auctions. That's what I'm like aiming towards. So that's why I'm saying like I'm already kind of, starting it low just cuz yeah, Why not? It saves me having to list them on eBay. Perry's looking for a VCR. I have my VCR, but I'm actually trying to find one more so that I can use it if I ever need to clean one of my VHS tapes. There's a certain way you could do it, like with a different I don't want to dirty up my VCR. You know what I mean? So I dirty up a different one, and then so yeah, I might be in the market for one too soon. Already two broken now. Oh, that sucks. I've had good luck with mine. I'll tell you. Mine is I actually got mine from the like a Goodwill back in Vegas. It's a Sony and it's one of those that plays DVD and VHS. Although the DVD player is crap. It's like I don't know what happens, or maybe because I popped in a DVD that was like newer than because there are different like stages of DVDs. There's like the earlier ones, and I think they have like less memory on them because the resolution's probably a little. It's more of like a standard resolution, so those will play fine. But then like anything higher than that, it like goes berserk. So, but I don't use the DVD on there because I have a 4K player. But the VHS works like a charm. It's a Sony though. I don't know what the model is. But yeah, I got that thing for $15. So definitely go to your Goodwill if you need one. I worked on one with no luck. I'm gonna try to clean. Just go to your Goodwill. I'm sure they have some. They have like I went to a Savers the other day and I found like 3 of them, but I didn't get any. I was like, I'll wait. I don't know what I'm waiting for, but maybe till more space clears up here. Maybe till I sell more stuff. JoJo and whatnot. Now I gotta download it and get some tapes. Yeah, dude. And it's not just me. There's a whole little community of VHS collectors and sellers. It's freaking awesome. That's really what sold me on whatnot. I'm not gonna lie. Like I saw the comic sellers and it's like, okay, cool. I saw the action figure sellers. I was like, okay, cool. But the VHS crowd, that's my crowd right there. So yeah, definitely go check them out. They're awesome. And they sell for cheap too. Like I sell mine for 2 unless it's like sealed or unless it's like a harder to find one. And even then I just bump it up a couple bucks. Like starting bid will be like $5, big whoop, instead of 2. You know what I mean? It's just for fun. It's like another hobby. Hey TK, what's going on? Hey, I saw you guys had a new reaction channel. I saw that on Instagram. That's cool. That's fun. Oh, thank you. I'm actually probably gonna take these down soon because I feel like they've been up for long enough, and I think it's time. I think it's time to kinda change this up. I don't know exactly which one's going up yet. I always have a hard time deciding, you know, with the feng shui or whatever it's called. And it's always tough because I have windows right here. So I gotta pick stuff that's like not super high end. Like this one is actually pretty high end. So I don't know why I have it there. But I try to close this window, like make it at least a little darker so it doesn't whatever. But like I don't know if I'm gonna be hanging originals here because of the light. You know what I mean? That's my only dilemma. So it's gonna be maybe just like repros here. Is it signed? No, it looks signed, huh? I just saw that. Oh, my head's in the way. There you go. Right. It does. I think that's just his hand though. It's his hand going like that. I wish it was signed. Shoot. Maybe they can help me fix my VCR. Yeah, I would not doubt it. They even sell them on there. You can buy a VCR on there. There's your solution. I bet you could get it for cheap too. Man, there's some oh dude. Oh, I forgot to even mention. I got a really good deal the other day. Oh my god, I got sucked into the storage unit finds. There's a whole community of those. And what they do is like they go and buy a whole storage unit, which is common, right? Storage wars, yada yada. We all know that. But now it's cool because like they'll use Whatnot immediately. They don't even know what's in there, and they just start looking, and then people they're just like, "Who wants this? Who wants this? Who wants this?" And they get rid of their shit like that. It's so cool to watch, and, so I was watching, and it's just entertaining. Like, I don't bid on too much of that stuff, but I did bid on one of them because it was I'll just say it's Star Wars related, and I had to, and I won, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys whenever it comes in. But yeah, you could get some cool deals on there if you just, like, look, and then it's entertaining, like, just watching people, open up boxes that are essentially mystery boxes, like, they don't really know. They buy, you know, wholesale. Yay! Yeah, I know I followed you guys on IG. I'll have to check if I followed you guys on YouTube, but that's cool. You need new posters? No, I have a ton of posters. I don't need more, but I need to replace these right now because they've been up for long enough, I think. I liked this one here because it gives that, since it's just I'm in this little corner, I like to, at least give the perception that there's depth here. I think it worked, but I don't know. I feel like I gotta change up the look a little bit. Yeah, exactly. It gives some depth. But yeah. Okay, so okay, I'll show you what I got. Just a few pickups. This one's badass. Speaking of creep show, I scored this beauty over there. Laser disc of creep show. Japanese version. 5 jolting tales of horror. Look at that. Awesome. So, oh, so cool. So it's a gatefold. Obviously, it's in Japanese, so this is just a collector's piece because I just did creep show. So there's certain titles that I like just to collect. How cool is that? Um, just to collect, and they happen to have this running on Whatnot, and I actually won it. It was pretty cheap too. I want to say it was less than 30 or something like that. But for it to be an import is awesome. It's unique. Stuff you don't really see every day. I feel like I've been leaning a lot more towards like vintage stuff, unique stuff, Like, yeah, it just intrigues me. I also been getting more into like promo items and things like that. Um, but yeah, I also got some CEDs. I don't know. Okay, if you guys have been following me for a while now, I scored a big lot. I think it was at a Goodwill of CEDs. About I want to say 3 or 4 years ago, and I showed them on one of my lives, and I was like, "What are these?" Oh yeah, I scored some at Goodwill, and then some at a vintage mall or yeah, something like that, antique store place. And I had no clue what they were, but I just was like, "Oh, I'm gonna like post them up," and like because that's cool artwork from back in the day. So I'm happy to add to that CED collection for sure. But I got me a Friday the 13th part 2. He was selling these for 20 bucks. So I snagged that one. And of course, Creep Show. Creep Show is the theme of the night. Yeah, those are cool. See the backs of them. So if you don't know, CEDs, they're not laser discs. I learned this on that live back in the day. That's why I'm cracking up because I was like, what the? It was bugging me. And then I went and asked my dad. Actually, no, my dad was watching my live one day and or my mom was, and then my dad saw, and I guess they saw me like, what the heck is this, so they texted me later and they're like, oh, that's a CED. Like it's similar to a laser disc, but it's like a cartridge and it opens up. You like insert it and in the machine it'll open up, and it's essentially like a vinyl inside kind of. So I don't ask me how it works, but yeah, it's crazy when you think about it. Like, how does video come off of something that's like a vinyl? That's so crazy. I even think vinyl itself, like playing music, is weird. Like, how does that science work? I don't get it. But yeah, it's the back of the creep show. It's a little dirty down here, but I could clean that up. Score. So yeah, cool. Okay, got a couple more buys, and then I bought The Exorcist. I had a copy of The Exorcist back in college that I read, but I don't know what happened to it. It wasn't this cover though. This one looks older, or vintage, but I thought I would snag it. It was $2. So yeah, pretty sweet. Pretty sweet horror goodness. That's a creepy ass book. I would say it's creepier than the actual movie. But yeah, if you haven't read it, I definitely recommend it. And then had to snag this one, Alice Sweet Alice. I'd never seen this VHS, and this is also not the common artwork for it. So I snagged it. There's a dude on there that sells like nothing but horror VHS, and like it is so beautiful because he like stacks it up and he just like scans it, and I'm like, oh my god, they're like all these titles, and it just like back to back to back to back. And I just, like I said, I love watching stuff more than anything on there. It's so cool. So cool. But yeah, so that's mainly what I picked up. Oh, I picked I'll show you in a second. I picked some other things up from a what was it? A used bookstore. A used bookstore and a comic shop. But I'll get into that in a bit. What's that? Oh, where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. Yes, laser discs are dope. They are dope. I wish I had more. I don't have a ton of them because right when I started getting into them, which was a few years ago, they started increasing in price. And so I'll pick up one here, one there. It's kind of, I feel the same way about like vinyl soundtracks and stuff. I'll pick them up, but they're not like high priority for me. But yeah, some of them have great artwork, and I just, if I feel like it, I'll pull the trigger because they're not. It depends which one it is, but they're not like super expensive to the point where, just priced out. But like if you start getting into the habit of just getting those, it can get expensive. I guess it's like anything else. Mm. CEDs are fairly still cheap though, so those are good to still a good thing to kind of get into right now. They are increasing in value though too. The goose have little mountains in them. I don't know which one. Hey, James stopped by my whatnot, and he picked up a brand spanking new. I actually just packed it today. Brand spanking new indie trilogy, super clean. Thanks for doing that, James. That was fun to see you there. And James is also on, he kills it with the comics. So go check him out. But yeah, it's cool. I think he's the only one I've seen or have followed from that I know from the YouTube community. Because like VHS people, I don't know anybody from there. Comics, I don't really follow too many comic accounts because, like, honestly, since I do have an addictive personality, I don't need to be buying more comics. Like, I need to be selling. VHS, I like buy and sell, so it's like in and out. But like comics, I tend to like. It's hard for me to sell them sometimes because I start like getting attached to them. So I kind of don't want to buy comics right now, but maybe here and there, like the other stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I'm shipping out tomorrow, James. Early in the morning. I promise. Hey, Erin. What's up? Great movie. Oh, which one? Alice Sweet Alice, right? Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I feel like it's underrated too. Go check it out. And it's it predates Friday too, so nice little slasher flick. I want that Alice Sweet Alice. I'm not selling that one too good. uh, you should go Whatnot and find yourself a copy. I'm sure you will find one. I'm playing, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you're doing well too. I hope you're doing well too. Yeah. But Whatnot's been fun though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said before, I was really like, Whatnot? What is it? Like very reluctant. Very, very reluctant. Um, I think they've updated the thing enough to where it's things run more smoothly because I know like of I probably first jumped on to like because I was curious like maybe 2 years ago. And then I was like, "Ugh, this is a weird setup." It just I didn't like it, so I stopped using it. Not to sell, just browsing, right? And then I jumped back on it recently with this whole situation, and I was like, "Oh, they've made a ton of improvements, so that's cool that it keeps improving." Um, that being said, it's still glitchy. I've only done a couple of shows, and it's still glitchy as hell, like I've already caught, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 different glitches. Luckily, they're like I can work around it, but it's weird. It's weird. It's still kinda buggy, so it still needs some work, but for the most part, it's pretty robust app, so, yeah. I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. Hey, Big Remo. What's crack-a-lackin'? How are you? Yeah, I watched it on your recommendation. I remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm glad. I always like recommending that one. It's one of my favorites because, yeah, I like spreading the word. But okay, what else? Oh, I was going to show you the pickups from a comic shop and the bookstore. So it's kind of the opposite because I got a comic at a bookstore and a book at a comic store. So I picked up Halloween Kills. So lately I've kind of just been fascinated with what do you call it? Extended universe type things. You know, kind of like if you think of like the old Star Wars novelizations, or like yeah, extended universe stuff. I geek out on stuff like that. I don't know why, but I I was like lukewarm when it came to this movie. I thought it was pretty bad. That being said, it is Michael Myers. There are moments that I really enjoyed. There were other moments that were just cringy, and I was ultimately disappointed with the movie. That being said, it'd be interesting to know like what they would add to the book that isn't in the movie and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm just curious about it. Or is it just gonna be, like, word for word, kind of the same thing? Yeah, I wanna see how they adapt it. 'Cause, yeah, that series the whole franchise really fascinates me, but, and then at the bookstore, I picked up I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah, I've been digging, like, adaptations lately. It's just something cool that I like to grab whenever I see it, especially if it's horror, so, and then we got a comic. It looks like an indie comic, All New Underground Comics, Two-Fisted Zombies. Tales of Night Spawn Contagion. Just cool. This was a cover grab because I didn't know too much about it, but, I don't wanna get taken off of YouTube here. Or maybe I shouldn't open it, right? But, yeah, it looked pretty gnarly, so thought I would snag it. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been picking up too many comics, but I have been reading Hush. I haven't been going to the movies because nothing seems to call out to me. I missed Sting. Did any of you guys go watch that? I missed Sting. I haven't gone to watch Planet of the Apes. I kinda wanted to rewatch the other ones because 'cause it's been so long, so I kinda wanted to, refresh my memory on that. So I watched the first one last night. I have them, so that's nice, but yeah, we'll see if I get around to watching the 4th one, this new one, in theaters or not. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, depending on how long it stays in theaters. What other horror? Oh, Strangers, right? Strangers came out. I I I haven't seen the 2nd Strangers, so it's the same deal with Planet of the Apes. I just wanna watch that first. Um, so maybe uh, I'm trying to think, should I watch it? Maybe I should watch Strangers 2 before Planet of the Apes movies. I don't know. It's like I wanna watch all these movies, but when do I have the time? Does anyone have that problem? Or just me? It's a decent app, but I work around it. Yeah. Yeah, right? I've enjoyed it so far. I'll say that. Fan fiction. Not fan fiction. It's just like, mm, I guess you can consider it fan fiction, like official fan fiction. Uh, yeah, because I used to read the Star Wars ones. Star Wars adaptation, even the movie adaptations, still have like extra scenes and stuff that you wouldn't see in the movie. And then, or like deleted scenes in the extras. With the comic when it comes to comic adaptations, though, I feel like that's more, uh, like, right. It's like scene by scene, the same as the movie pretty much. It's just like a storyboard almost. So that's where they differ. The novels actually go a little more in depth with, like, what the characters are thinking and stuff, which that's what I find interesting. 'Cause it's not you don't get that in the movies. It's like, it gives you a little bit of, like, more motivation, like, it it's just, I don't know, extra, like, geeky content to consume. Uh. The Second Strangers, okay. Ah, I'll still check it out. I'll still check it out. Mm, 'cause I do wanna watch the new one. I'm excited for the other one that's coming out soon that's probably gonna be my next theater watch is, what is it called? Oh god, I can't remember the name of it. In a Violent Nature, I think? It gave me Jason vibes, so Definitely gonna go watch that. What's up, Matt Collects? Abigail. Oh, I haven't seen that. Maybe I'll go check that out tonight. Go to late showing or something after after this live. That's definitely one I would be willing to go check out for sure. Patrick. Yeah, how to do a refresh on Planet 8 yeah, exactly. It's been ages, I feel like. Just done with oh, Shogun. I hear that's, like, an amazing show. Speaking of shows, I have been, because I started watching Seinfeld. I think I had gotten to, like, season 4, and then I stopped 'cause I got super busy, but I started up again, and now I'm season 7 of 9. So I'm kinda pumped on Seinfeld right now. It's so funny because, like, back in the day when I was younger and it was going live, I never really watched it. Like, I would watch it occasionally just because it was on, but I was never into it, never really thought it was funny, like, I didn't care for it. I was always more of a Friends girl, but now that I'm older, like, the jokes hit different, everything I'm just like, "Oh, this is an awesome show." Like, I'm so into it now. It's crazy though, like, just a different having a different perspective in going to watch something like that. It's funny how your perception just changes over time depending on your life experiences. Isn't that wild? Um, so yeah, that's why it's important to, like, revisit content every few years, you know? Because you never know what you might have hated back in the day, and then all of a sudden you, like, really like it later in life. That happened to me with, like, a lot of horror comedy. I used to hate horror comedy when I was a kid, and I just didn't understand why there was humor in it. And, but once I hit, like, around college, maybe, like, 2009, 2010, I started really, like, warming up to it. I think it started for me, it really started with, Drag Me to Hell, I think. Drag Me to Hell made me curious about Sam Raimi, and then I started obviously, I liked Spider-Man from the get-go, but, um, it made me kind of venture out to watch all his other, like, Evil Dead movies and stuff. So it's just interesting. Sometimes, you should give things a second chance. Late Night with the Devil. Oh, yeah, that was a great movie. It's a great, great movie. Um, yeah. That's worth a rewatch, actually. I think I might do that soon. Yes, I wanna see that. Yeah, what else is showing? I don't know. Oh, and then for shows, I wanna start watching Dexter, that's on the to-do list. I found, like, all the seasons except for the last season, that new one, the, like, reboot season, um, I found them all at a thrift shop for, like each season was, like, 3, $4 I was like, "Swoop." So, I have that, um, but I'll probably watch that after Seinfeld. I'm super, like, anal with trying to not watch multiple shows at once. I like just watching one show at a time. Or I'll do, like, a drama and maybe one funny, like, sitcom or something. I don't know, because the way I see it is like, well, the more time you dedicate to one thing, the faster you'll get through it, and I get kind of impatient with shows. That's why I'm so behind with TV, 'cause I like movies because it's just one off, 2 hours, you're good. You watched it. But freaking shows are so daunting, you know? It's like, I have how many seasons left? Good god, you know? So, that's the way I do it. If I'm gonna watch something, I go all in. I've already watched Late Night with the Devil 3 times already. Yeah, it definitely has that, like, rewatchability for sure. I just need to yeah, because I want to watch it again, even though I haven't yet, but I definitely have an urge. Yeah, I think the part I really wanna rewatch is the end. Yeah. I that movie was so good. I'm excited for horror later in the year. Like I said, there's that in a violent nature. There's hey, did that the one with Nick Cage come out already? Was it called Longlegs? That we saw the preview to on the reel. Let me see if that's out already. That's one I was really interested in. Longlegs. July 12th. Okay, so not yet. We still got a ways. So yeah, that one looked freaking creepy. There's a lot of oddball ones that are coming out. So yeah, I'm excited. And I want to go back and catch Sting. But anyway, um, let's switch gears to con talk. Have any of you guys gone to a con lately? If so, which one? What's your plan for the year? I feel like we haven't really touched base in a while when it comes to the cons. Um, I've mentioned it a couple times that I want to go to a horror one this year. I wanted to go to Monsterpalooza, but is that this week? It's either this week or next week in Pasadena. I was like really gearing up to go to that one, but it turns out I have jury duty early next month, and I haven't switched my this is all personal information. I haven't switched my, address to my NorCal address, so it has my SoCal address right now. So I have to do jury duty down in SoCal. So, yeah, I tried doing, like, the whole, like, change of address thing last time I got selected or, got sent that letter, but then it didn't work. So now I think I'm just gonna go down there and suffer through it and get it over with and make it, I don't know, a weekend. I don't know. I'm gonna have to I work from home anyways, so it's not a big deal if I work from home in SoCal that week. But anyways, that was a very roundabout way of saying I have to go to SoCal the following weekend. So I'm not going to Monsterpalooza. But there I wanna go to the HorrorCon up here. I think that's next month. So, gearing up for that now instead. Smaller, but there are definitely pretty exciting there's some pretty exciting names that are coming down, so I don't wanna reveal it yet. It's a surprise. But yeah, that'll be fun. As for, like, comic conventions, last year I went to Rose City Comic Con, and that was such a fun experience. Yeah, that's really up there on one of, like, my favorite cons so far, that I've gone to, but yeah, I'm not really eyeing any comic cons right now. And usually when I go to a Comic Con, I just look for horror comics anyways. So I was like, well, they have horror comics at the horror convention and there's more of them. So, you know, I don't know if there's more actually, but they're more in your face. So I don't know if that's just the better route for me at this point. But yeah, let me know what you guys are doing. I might go to Comic Palooza in Houston next weekend, but I'm going to SDCC in July. Yeah, I decided not to go to SDCC, sadly, even though I do have that pro pass, but can you hear me? Testing, testing. Accidentally unplugged my mic. Ha! How's it going? Good to see you. Jury duty. Yeah, blows. Ugh. But it's okay. It'll be nice to visit my mom. I didn't get to visit her for Mother's Day, so this will be good. Tell them you like horror movies and you'll be dismissed. Dude, I know, right? So last time you know, had to go through this whole selection process, and they had to, I think it was like they had to choose one more or something like that, and they were, like, interviewing everybody pretty much and, making sure we were able, and the dude in front of me goes, "I have a farm, and I can't do jury duty because all the cows are gonna give birth at the same time, so I need to be there to help." Like, for real. Like, all of them were gonna give birth at once, and he had to help them through labor, so, yeah, lucky me was the next person in line, and I got selected, so ah, yeah, just my luck. I might hit the Berkeley Comic Con next month, June 29th. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll go to that one. That's the one that happens every other month, right? I still haven't gone. For some reason, I feel like that one always lands on a weekend that I just can't, but I feel like I miss it all the time. But I should be able to go to that one, I think. We'll see. Because that's the weekend after, it's a weekend or two after the horror con. Right? Woof. Ugh. Yeah. Anyway. So what else? Oh, so cons. Yeah. Yeah. If anything, I'll go to a Comic-Con like later in the year. What happens? Oh, there's New York Comic-Con later, huh? What other ones are later? Later. Rose City again. We'll see. We'll see how busy I am at that point. It's been nice though. I'm not gonna, it's been nice because my schedule has slowed down quite a bit. So gosh, the first quarter of this year was rough, but now I'm actually able to have time to sell stuff, and it's been good. It's been good. Busy, but good. Hey Gore, good to see you. Jury Duty, an A24 production. New experience in horror, more frightening than Fright Night. I mean, yeah, don't put it past me. I will bring a camera to Jury Duty. Yep, and have it be a mockumentary of my experience. Maybe not a mockumentary, maybe just an actual documentary, horror documentary. Baltimore Comic Con. When is that one? I want to say September. Is that right? Horrors or horror. God. Baltimore is one of the bigger ones, isn't it? It's like Baltimore. It's the Chicago one, C2E2. It's the Florida one. And then obviously SDCC. WonderCon's getting pretty big too. Um, Rose City was pretty big. It's not like one of the big ones, but it was like the same size as the Vegas one and the Long Beach one. Actually, Long Beach one might be like a tad bit smaller. I love the Long Beach one too. Oh, Vegas, Long Beach, and Rose City are awesome. San Diego Comic Con, I have mixed feelings about it, to be honest. It's a fun time. It's not the kind of comic convention experience that I crave, if that makes sense. It's more of a hustle and bustle kind of, let's see if we can get into this line or that line kind of thing. And it's more of a like choose your own adventure in the type of a way that you don't really know what's gonna happen or how the day is gonna end up, you know? And yeah, the rest of the cons is like, okay, you can plan accordingly and most likely you'll get whatever you need done. That's the way I see it. And I really don't do digging. I don't dig at San Diego Comic-Con. It's a lot of it's really overpriced from what I saw. I don't know. I'm sure you can still find deals, but I don't know. Again, it's also a different market now. I haven't gone to SDCC since 2019. Um, yeah, I went to 2018 and 2019, and I think I had a better time. I don't know. There are pros and cons to both years that I went, but yeah, it's fun. I just don't really enjoy the whole lottery system of it all. So that's why I applied for the pro status so that I could avoid that, and I had it, but then the pandemic happened, so I never got to really use it, and then the following so I didn't get to use it the first year because you have 3 years with it, and the first year was the pandemic. Second year, they had that, like, which was 2021, they had that, like, mini con or whatever it was, a special edition con, I don't know, but then the following 2 years, I've just been so busy with the move and everything. I mean, there's a reason I went on a YouTube hiatus, so I never got to use my Pro Pass, and it expires this year, so that sucks for me, but it's okay. I'll just apply again at some point. But the application process, I will tell you, it was like I felt like I was applying to a job, and I was like, "What is this? This should be a lot easier than it is." And then like, waiting to see if you got in or not, it sucks because they took so long to process that I didn't know whether I had ProPass or not, until after the regular registration, which or, like, the regular open registration. So I was like, "Do I go for the open registration or not? Because I don't know if I got the Pro Pass or not." So I called them up and I was like, "Yo, what is my status? I need to know because I need to know if I need to enter this lottery right now or not." And they're like, "I'm sorry, we can't tell you." But I'm like, "Okay." So I took a chance and I didn't, and I ended up getting the Pro Pass. So that was good, but geez, their system sucks. Yeah, that's what I thought. Never been to SDCC, so I wanna check it off. Yeah, it's definitely fun, don't get me wrong. As long as you can handle crowds, you're good. You're good. And oh, yeah, if I can give you any pointers, um, well, you're already a pro at cons, but SDCC is a different beast, I will tell you. It's probably most like C2E2 from what I would gather, or what about NYCC? Have you been to that one? Because it's probably most like that one. But yeah. It's a lot of, having plan A, plan B, because yeah, there are a lot of things, a lot of events happening at the same time. That's what it was so hard for me because I was like, "I don't know, I wanna do this, but then the line is huge, but, like, I don't wanna spend all day there because then I can't do this." So it was crazy. You just can't get your hopes high for any certain booth or whatever you wanna do. Just kinda go with the flow, you know? Go where the wind takes you, and the comic gods will lead the way. You just have to believe. Yeah, to say the least, dude. It's wild. I'm cool with it though. Like I'm pretty good in crowds. You just have to walk like this sometimes. It's cool, and then you go like this for air. That's the way you do it. Okay. Yeah. I think my favorite thing though to do at San Diego Comic Con is like hunt down exclusives, right? That's like my fave. That's my fave. Whether it's action figures or comics. Um, no, I lied. My favorite is um actually being able to like walk up to the booths and meet talent, like artists and writers. That's my favorite. because there are some that don't get a ton of line, and you can literally just walk up. That's the cool part. Second favorite is exclusives. I don't even really go to the panels, to be honest. Like, that stuff doesn't really interest me. It interests me if there's no line for it, because I would much rather spend my time hunting down tangible things or experiences with the creators more so than sitting and listening to a panel. But to each their own, you know? Some people prefer just spending their time at the panels. I'm imagining NYCC. I've been to that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Then you're good. You know what's up. You know what's up. Um, that's one I still want to go to, NYCC. I've never been. It'd be a cool trip, I think, because I haven't been to New York in oof, probably since high school. So yeah, that'd be awesome to do. But all right, guys, that's about it for today. Just kind of wanted to give you guys a little update. I don't know. I'm gonna I'm gonna finish Hush. I'm gonna finish reading Hush. So as soon as I do finish that, I'll definitely work on a review. I don't want to give up completely on comic output here. So yeah, I'll be doing that. I have other ideas for to ways to incorporate comics again, besides my Grip of Comics show and reviews. So I've been kind of, you know, just kind of stewing on some of those ideas, and eventually I'll, there's only one of me and I have two jobs, plus I'm starting to sell stuff. So it's busy, but I can guarantee you that eventually I will start kind of doing more, and it's also ebbs and flows with my schedule. So yeah, thanks for being patient though, you guys. I appreciate you all and I love talking to you all. But yeah, enjoy your week. And yeah, we'll chat next week and I'll work on that review. So later, y'all. And check out Whatnot.